so I'm back with the part 2 of my eyeshadow palette Declutter, and this is my second drawer. So I have this drawer and then I have this drawer to go through, but I decided to break it up into 3 parts just so the videos aren't like an hour long. So this is part 2, and I'm not sure how much I will actually declutter because I do reach into this drawer quite a bit, so we will see. We will see, you guys. It's really hard because a lot of the palettes I have, I feel like I need to keep because they're in like, but they're by brand, so I like collect them. It's a struggle. It really is. Okay. Can I do this? I don't know. Alright. Let's start with Juvia's Place. So this is the Juvia's Place Festival palette. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep all of my Juvia's Place palettes, if I'm going to be completely honest. I really like them. They're really affordable, and I seem to go to my Juvia's Place palettes, you guys, when I want like a specific color. So when I sit down to do my makeup, I think like what kind of look I'm going to go for, and I reach for the palette according to what I think I'm going to use. And so the Juvia's Place palettes serve as a purpose of like, maybe I'm doing a blue look and I want this particular blue or this pink. So I'll like dive into those palettes for like one specific color. So I'm going to keep, this one is the Festival. The Deuce is by far my favorite from Juvia's Place because it has the nice pinky tones that I really love and reach for. And this particular shade's kind of like a dark gray silver that's really unique to my collection. So this is probably one of my most used Juvia's Place palettes, so I'm definitely going to keep it. The Magic Mini, I don't reach for this as often as I should, and I need to, because like this purple is really unique to my collection. It's got a nice like pretty green, another like gray silver, and I need to reach for this more, but I'm going to keep it. Same with the Warrior. I go to this when I want a neutral like shimmer because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers in this palette, so I typically go to this for like this light shimmer or like the dark golden color. So I'm gonna keep that. Hold on, my mother-in-law is texting me. What is going on? You guys, I'm not kidding. I have 15 messages from my mother-in-law. I kid you not. Like, what the heck? Alright. More Juvia. I'm sure I'll find more Juvia's Place palettes like as I dive into this because I have a lot. This is the Nubian 2. This one, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it just because it's a Juvia's Place palette, honestly. And this is a very unique green. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. Not doing a good job. Alright, the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed. This I have a love-hate relationship for. Like, I loved this dark burgundy and like the light cream color, but I just cannot get behind the quality of this palette. Like, it's just so hit or miss. Like, this shade was wonderful, and then like this Lazy Baby shade was horrible. So I'm going to declutter this, get this out of my collection. I just don't use it for really that reason. It's just so inconsistent. The Morphe 24A Artist Pass. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys. I am going to declutter this. I did not think I would, but I can't stand these freaking glitters, and I definitely can't stand this, like, star freaking shade. It bugs me. I'm going to declutter it. It just, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I could not get behind this palette. Like, I tried so hard to make this work, and I don't like it. So I'm going to get rid of it. This is the Pacifica Loved Stoned. I got this for Christmas and I have not touched it yet, you guys. So I'm going to keep it just because I want to play around with it, and I'm very interested in like crystals and stuff for me personally. And I like, it comes with 2 highlighter shades and then like a really light cream color, and then everything else is kind of coordinated around the crystals, and it also gives you information on the crystals in the palette, and I think that's so cool and unique. So I'm going to try it out, give it a go, and see how I like it. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I have, let's start with this. I've got duplicates. So this is the mini controversy. I actually only have one of this. I'm going to definitely keep it, 100% keeping all of my Jeffree Star palettes because they are personally my favorite in quality and I love them. So I'm going to keep the Mini Controversy. But I only need one of these like mini orgy palettes. So which one have I used the most of? Because I want to keep the one that like I used the most. Can you even tell? You can't even tell. Well, that's difficult. I think I've used the most of this one, so I'm going to keep this one, and then I'm going to get rid of this palette. Same thing with like the mini breakers, like one I've used and one I had like as a backup. This one is brand new, I think. Are they both brand new? Have I used? No. Okay. Yeah. I know you guys can't tell just because of the way I'm holding it, but I've used this bottom palette and then the top one is brand new. So I'm going to keep the one that I've used and declutter the one that is brand new. Oh god. Gotta make sure my piles are good. Another Juvia's Place palette. This is the Afrique. That is a bright yellow. That's bright, man. I love the artwork of this one. I like the background. So definitely gonna keep this. Alright, got some Revolution palettes. This is the Revolution VIP. I've hit pan on a couple of shades, like this shade. I've hit pan in this shade. But the shimmers in this, you guys, honestly suck. I really only dip into this palette for the mattes. And to be honest, a lot of these colors look the exact freaking same. So I'm going to declutter this. It's time to let it go from my collection. The Makeup Revolution Soph palette. This one is so hard because I loved this palette and I've put this in my giveaway multiple times. I've given away this palette at least 2 or 3 times because I really loved it that much. But I've also had this one for a while. And I feel like I need to declutter it. So I'm going to let it go. I feel like I'm doing decent. If my mother-in-law would quit texting me, we'd be good. I'm not even kidding, guys. Do you guys have like an in-law that just won't leave you alone? Because I do. Alright. Oh, goodness. Alright, this is the Colourpop Little Ray of Sunshine. This is an all matte palette. Oh boy. I'm going to keep it. I don't really have a lot of yellows in my collection, if I'm going to be honest. And this is an all matte palette. I'm going to keep this one. Colourpop Element of Surprise. Oh boy. I do not use this. It still looks good. Like, that shade looks really pretty. This is hard, you guys. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. I may declutter this. I may not. We'll see. I need to have, like, a makeup wipe. And I don't. I actually conveniently have this little, like, Clorox wipe on my desk. But My Little Pony. Oh, I loved this palette. I gotten so much use out of this. Hit pan in this shade. But this is really old. That's kind of chunky. I loved this shade right here. It's still pigmented though. Oh my gosh. That is still like... Oh my gosh. This is the struggle. Am I going to keep it? I think I'm going to put this one in the maybe pile too. I mean, it is so old, but it's still, like, good. Oh, goodness. There's Nozula right here. Hello, princess. I'm going to stick it in the maybe pile. I don't know. That's hard. Yes. What is it? Do you want to see in the drawer? Is that what it is? All right. Kathleen Light's Dream Street. I struggle, you guys, with the Colourpop palettes. I struggle so hard. I'm going to keep it. Ah! I'm not doing so good. This one I know I can declutter. This was the first Colourpop palette I ever bought. This is the Yes Please. And it's definitely on its last leg. Like, when I put this shade on my eyes, it just does not perform. And I don't reach for these colors as much as I used to. I'm going to declutter this one because I've had it for a long time. Kathleen Lights and the Zodiac. I'm going to keep this just because I'm really into, like, zodiac signs and stuff. And I would use like these colors. So I'm going to keep this one. Azula, what are you doing? Goodness. Alright, this is a palette by OPV Beauty. This is the Spotlight palette. I have never used this. And I don't think I'm going to use it just because I have so many palettes in my collection. It's beautiful, and I'm sure the quality is really good. I just know I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to declutter it. Too Faced. This one's hard. Okay, this is the Just Peachy Matte, which came out first. It's all matte. It still smells. This one's hard, you guys. I think I'm going to declutter it. Just because I don't reach for a lot of these like really bright peachy shades. And then I don't reach for a lot of super darks. So I think I'm going to declutter this one. And I'm going to keep, I'm going to keep the white peach. This one was my favorite. This is the one that looks a lot better on my skin tone. I know a lot of people didn't like this palette when it came out. But I didn't have an issue with it at all. I know that this shade was the struggle. But that is so pretty. That's like an icy. I'm going to keep it. This one, it definitely is my favorite compared to the other palettes, so I'm going to keep this one. I was not expecting to swatch anything, you guys. I'm not prepared for this. Do I even have anything to remove? I do. I have these little, like, minis. I'll just take a couple of these. Was not expecting to swatch, but that's okay. These are so convenient, you guys. You can get these at, like, Walgreens or any drugstore. And they are so freaking convenient. Alrighty, moving on. Okay. Laura Lee. This one's another struggle because I collect these. There's just certain palettes, you guys, that I love, like, by brands, and I want to collect them. So I know I'm not getting rid of any of these. This is the Boss Babe. I use this probably the most when I travel. You can see I've made a huge dent in that shade and that shade. It comes with a wonderful, like, medium toned matte and then a dark. Only shade I don't like is the gold. It just doesn't perform like these other shimmer shades. But this is a wonderful, wonderful travel palette. So I'm keeping this. The Party Animal, not my favorite. I didn't really think the quality was there, but these are super bright and one of the only really bright palettes that I have, so I'm going to keep it for that reason because I don't have a lot of like super bright palettes and I just like it, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to have palettes all over my office, but that's okay. Totally worth it, right? Oh, the only thing about the Neutrogena wipes is they're sort of greasy and they leave this like residue on your hands. Alright, this is the Laura Lee Sleigh Bell. This was a Christmas collection one year. And I just, for some reason, am so drawn to this palette. Even though I have a hard time making looks. But I'm so drawn to this palette. So I'm keeping it. You know. This is the Lime Crime Venus 3. And while I love the shades in here, I'm going to declutter it. Because I haven't used it in a very long time. And it is kind of really thick. She's a thickums. And I don't use it. So I'm going to declutter this one. I'm trying to be ruthless, you guys. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know I keep eyeshadow palettes. Like, I do not declutter. And I'm trying to be ruthless with what I need to get rid of. I'm trying really hard. Okay. Violet Voss Berry Burst. This is one of my favorite palettes to travel with. I take this one and the Laura Lee palette. I take this palette and then this one. And that's about all I take with me traveling because I have nice neutrals in this, but I also have the berry ones if I want to go for some color when I'm traveling. So not getting rid of this. It's one of my favorites. Definitely keeping. Juvia's Place Violet. I know I said I wasn't going to get rid of any Juvia's Place, but I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't use it. I love purples. You guys know I love purples. One of my favorite color to put on the eyes, but I'm gonna declutter it. I gotta get rid of it. I gotta. I gotta get rid of stuff. I'm gonna definitely be decluttering. This is the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair, and I'm only decluttering this because I cannot make a look out of this. I'm sure that some of my makeup artists, people that are watching this video right now, are like, how can you not make a look out of this? I just can't. I can't make a look out of this. I don't know why. These aren't the colors that I typically reach for, and to me, this is kind of random. It's random. The only two shades I can see making a look out of are these two greens. Like, why do we have like a salmon color and like a random creamy orange? I'm decluttering this. Okay, I've got some Kylie ones. I have a lot of Kylie, actually. Okay. 2016 holiday palette. I was keeping this for the silver because this is one of my favorite silvers in the world. You guys. But I don't need it for one shade, but I just love this. And I do love this shade too. This matte. But I don't really use... Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. The quality is definitely... You guys, it's still there. Yes. I'm gonna do it on this hand now. This is a struggle. Can you guys see that? Yes. Okay. Didn't think... I honestly went into this thinking I was gonna declutter that. But I'm not gonna frickin' do it. What is wrong with me? Okay, I have to keep it. I have to keep it. Oh, you guys. Okay, this is the Burgundy palette. Oh my god, this is a frickin' struggle. Don't ask Jamie to come to your house and help you declutter eyeshadow palettes because it's not going to end well. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Probably going to end up keeping all of these. Well, I don't know, maybe. This is the Blue Honey palette. Oh, I shouldn't have swatched that because now I'm going to want to keep it. I don't get a lot of use out of this. But, oh my god. You guys. Ugh. I guess I'm keeping that one too. Honestly thought, you guys, when I was thinking about this declutter, I was kind of pre-thinking of what eyeshadow palettes I have in my collection. And I was like, okay, for Kylie, I think I'm going to declutter the Holiday palette and then the Blue Honey. And then I swatched them and it's not happening. So I'm keeping all of my Kylie. Definitely keeping this. I haven't used it yet and it is the Sort of Sweet palette. And I just feel like this would be another really good, just neutral, kind of a bridal vibe here. So I'm going to keep it. Not doing too good. Kat Von D Alchemist. I think it's time. This made it through my last declutter, and it is not going to make it through this declutter. A lot of these shadows do look the same. They just have a different shift about them. But I don't see myself reaching for it, and it's an awkward shape, so I am going to declutter it. I have probably purchased that palette like 2 or 3 times, and somehow it keeps finding its way back into this drawer. Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star. Of course, I'm going to keep it. One of my favorite palettes. It is discontinued, and you cannot get it anymore. If you really want this palette, or you like the color story, you can always go to places that dupe higher brands like Shein, or, I mean, heck, you could probably even find it on Depop, someone that's selling something like this, or selling this palette, but you cannot get it anymore on Jeffree's website, and it is probably one of my favorites. Oh, you guys, we're almost done with this drawer. Okay, Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. I'm going to keep this. It is a stunning, gorgeous palette that I actually do use. But this one's special to me because my stepdad actually bought this for me, and it is one of the only palettes he has ever purchased me. So this has a lot of sentimental value, especially since this is a very expensive palette. This was like $65, $69, $70, something like that. and he bought it for me, so it is very, very important and very special to me, so I'm going to keep it. Sakura and Sage. I'm going to declutter this. This was horrible. Like, this shade right here was just very, very crumbly. It's gorgeous. It's very, very pretty, but when you put it on the eyes, it's super crumbly. The silver was also pretty. Oh, that's dry. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Can you guys see that? I don't even want to know what this looks like. That is a chunk of glitter. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Okay, that palette can go. Gets out of the collection. Alright, time for a new makeup wipe. What did I do with my... Oh, good lord. Pull my shorts down and everything. What is that other... Oh, goodness gracious. You guys, it's always a struggle with me. Okay, hold on. I had two of them, and I don't know where the other little thingy went. I'm probably sitting on it, if I'm going to be completely honest. Or Azula decided that she wanted to play with it. One or the other. Okay. Gotta get all the stuff off my hands. Okay, so, anyway. This is going to go. Bye-bye! Oh, this is a lot of work. Kylie Jenner. What is this? This is the Calm Before the Storm. This is the pastel. I'm going to actually declutter this one. This is a Kylie palette I will declutter because like this shade has hard pan. This one is incredibly crumbly and I don't see myself using a lot of the pastels. I have a Kat Von D palette I prefer more, so I'm going to actually get rid of the Kylie one. Colourpop and Bretman Rock Wet. Ooh, this one's hard. I feel like my lighting's a little off. Is that better? It's a little too bright. This is another silver that is so good. Like, hello. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. Are all the shades like this? Oh, that's a little... That one's a little drier, but... Right, what about this one? That's really thick. Why is it thick? That one didn't swatch well. That's silver, you guys. Holy bejeezies. Okay, so I'm going to keep the palette. I know, you guys, silver is my weakness. It is my weakness. I have a problem with keeping palettes that have silvers. Because they're my favorite. Do I wear them? No. I really don't, but I'm going to keep this. To struggle. Okay. NYX Ultimate Edit. I'm going to declutter this. These are really warm red shades that I typically do not reach for. And I have the Kylie Burgundy palette that I prefer more. So I'm going to declutter this one. Definitely. I'm going to declutter this one too. This is the Morphe Artistry palette. And it's all glitters. And they're chunky runky. Like, they're really pretty. But they're chunky chunkies. Like, it just doesn't... They almost stick to the skin really bad. So, yeah. See, they stick to my hand and my fingers. So, I'm going to declutter that. I know that was given to me by a friend, but I'm to the point, you guys, honestly, I don't want to keep stuff in my collection that I don't actually see myself using. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to declutter this. I do love this palette. This is by Hip Dot. This is the Xeon palette. And it's got like a beautiful purple. I could put that burgundy purple with it. Some light colors. It's just a really pretty palette. And I do like the quality of this. This was, I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think, so I'm going to keep this one because I actually do use it. Let's do some Tarte. I'm going to keep all of my Tartes. They are really good. Personally, I like Tarte's formula. I know a lot of people do not, but these palettes and like the metal packaging, I do like. Plastic, metal, whatever you want to call it. This is the first one. This is the regular Tartelette, and it is the all matte. The light's a little bright, but I'm gonna keep that. This was the second one, Tartelette in Bloom, and it has some shimmer shades in it. Just to me, these scream kind of bridal, and since I'm getting married, I'm kind of keeping a lot of bridal palettes. And then this one's my favorite, which is the Toasted, which I don't typically reach for shades like this, but I love the quality in this palette. I really, really do. I think it's 100% worth the money. It blends well. There's not a lot of fallout with the matte shades, and I really like it, so I'm keeping it. This is the Cargo Enjoy Every Moment. The shades are a little, like, they're neutral, but they seem a little more cool tone to me. Like, especially, like, this shade. And I don't use a lot of cool tones. I'm gonna declutter it. I don't need it. Let's actually do this one first. So this is the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless. I haven't used this yet. So do I want to keep it? Oh, this one's really hard. I think I'm going to declutter this. I haven't used it, and obviously if I haven't used it by now, I'm going to declutter it. That one was hard. Alright. And the last one, this is my Z palette. This is just an Ulta Beauty palette. You can get this for $20. It's a magnetic base, and you can put single shadows in it. So I have Makeup Geek right here in the greens, 2 Jeffree Star shades. All of these are Mary Kay. I have some glitter shades that I really don't use, so I actually think I am going to declutter these. So I don't even know where these are from, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm going to declutter these. They're actually really old, too, so I may just throw those away. That's what I'm going to do. Then I've got some, this one's Arabani. This is a MAC shade that is horrible. This is the shade Honey Lust. I hated this shade, you guys. Like, I do not understand. It was not that great. Like, it's just very light. Takes a lot to build up the shade. Not my favorite. So I'm actually going to throw this one away. It's my only MAC shade, you guys, and I did not like it. Found the makeup wipe. Probably in my lap the whole time. Josh is going to get home from work and he's going to be like, why are you covered in glitter? I can't help it. And I hit pan. This is a Colourpop one. These are Kylie. Yeah, these are Kylie. I'm also going to get rid of these two. This blue one and this like peachy color. I don't need them. And I've had them forever. Same with this. Honestly, you guys, I think I'm going to get rid of a lot of these. I think I'm actually going to get rid of all of these particular single shadows. I can't believe it. Because I've had them for like 4 years. This is, hear me out. This is a really good Colourpop shade. I've hit pan in it. And then this one's also a Kylie. So I'm going to get rid of those. This is a Ciate highlighter. I'm also going to get rid of. It's pretty, but I've had this for 4 years, you guys. So I'm going to get rid of that. So the only thing that's going to stay in my collection is going to be the Mary Kay shadows, the 2 Jeffree, and then the Makeup Geek. If you've not tried Makeup Geek, I highly, highly recommend their formula. It is phenomenal. Just swatch a couple of these. Yes. So Makeup Geek shadows for the win. Absolutely stunning. Definitely keeping that. That makes me feel a little bit better, you guys, to get rid of some of the shades I had in here. Let's kind of clean it up a little. So yeah. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. So that is it, you guys. That is it. I'm going to pull you guys up. I look awful. This is my work desk, you guys. Like, I work from home, and so my desk is so bad right now, but I keep my makeup in it because I don't want to have to, like, move stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, that is it for this video. I got rid of a lot, you guys. I'm actually really proud of myself. So, that is it for this video. I will have part 3 up soon. Maybe. If I remember to film it. So yeah. Part 3 is coming. Be on the lookout for that. But that is it, you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.